Hi, welcome to ZIlla Cabs. In this video we've mixed 21 speakers with the Celestion Greenback from the Classic series range, so you can hear how they sound combined together. If you like what you hear, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications of our new videos. Right, here we go. As we said earlier, if you like what you hear, please take a moment to subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, and more importantly, leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the M Greenback, how you think it combines and mixes, any experiences you've got with that speaker, and anything else you want to see from us. So what you've heard so far is the M Greenback mixed with 21 other speakers. We did this so that you can hear how the speaker itself sounds with other speakers if it was in a 2x12 situation. The ability to hear how a second speaker will sound combined with your first choice is a really useful tool when you're thinking of blending different sounds together in a cabinet. At ZIlla, we've been mixing speakers for years in cabinets, but doing demonstrations like this can throw up surprises, so it really makes things interesting. Now, to talk about the pros and cons of this method, the first thing to point out is that all the speakers were recorded in a Fat Baby 1x12. So there's no real physical interaction between the speakers themselves here. Now, this is something that does affect the sound in a 2x12 cabinet, but with the scope of the project here, it just wasn't feasible to do that with the 2x12 cabinet. And doing that method would open up for more variables in the sound too. So after the speakers were recorded, in processing we balanced all the volumes of the speakers. Many of the speakers have different sensitivity ratings, so in real life there would be a slight difference in volume between the mix of the two speakers together. Whilst balancing the recordings doesn't give a true reflection of how they mix together in the room, it goes to eradicate the jump in volumes that you would get flicking between the different audio samples in a demo like this, meaning that one clip isn't louder than the previous or the next. It's often the case that our ears pick up on the louder sounds in these kind of samples and take that as a favourite. And none of the combinations in this video go up to 11, which is something that has been referred to in previous videos. All this being said, we're given a close approximation of how the mixes sound. We feel it's a really fair way of doing this project, acknowledging the downsides and mitigating them where possible. Again, as the M Greenback is such a widely used speaker and is a constant often in speaker combinations, we thought this would be a really useful project to look at. In comparison videos like this, it's important to point out that when the clip changes, The one speaker is staying the same each time, so some of the changes can sound a little bit more subtle for that reason. So later on in the video, we've added a shootout section where you can hear each speaker back to back against the M Greenback. Now regarding the recording process, we reamped the recording that I played on guitar. This allowed us to use just one recording, making the speaker changes more consistent and to give a more natural feel when listening afterwards. So for this recording, we used a 100-watt Marshall JMP, a Paul Reed Smith Custom 22 guitar, a Fat Baby 1x12, a ZIlla Fat Baby, and a Tull G12 microphone. So the only difference you're hearing each time is the actual speaker itself.